Hi there, this is Christina from Blinkist 3D, and today I'm here to show you how you can use Studio 3D's image editor in order to get all the product shots you need to fill up those image galleries in your product detail pages while saving you a lot of time and a lot of energy. With Studio 3D's catalog of over 4,000 readily available 3D models of all the latest electronic devices out there, you don't have to worry about sourcing your material anymore, go finding it in 100 different places, or rely only on what manufacturers provide to you. Instead, you can worry about which angle to present them in to make them look more unique. At the same time, our editor takes care of the consistency of your shots, no matter how many galleries you want to make at a time. So, let me show you how. Image galleries on product detail pages are usually a set of 4 to 5 square shots with a white background where devices are showcased from different angles. So this is exactly what we'll do together today. I'm going to opt for a square image project, but you can change the dimension of your project even after you enter it just by typing in the numbers you need right here. Now, first things first, I'm going to give my project a descriptive name, something like PDP Shots in this case. Just in case I want to come back to it later for repurposing it. I want to make it easier to find in my project section like this. As you can see, the default background for images in Studio is actually a transparent background. You can add your very own custom background by adding an image layer right here and then making sure it's layered under everything that can be found on your canvas, or by choosing a color from the color canvas here, using the eyedropper to select a color on your screen, or even a hex code. In any case, don't forget to set the opacity to 1 so that it can be actually visible. Now, everything is ready, and I can start selecting a device. Selecting your device in Studio is actually very easy. All you have to do is click on the default device to open up the Properties menu, and then click on the Pick a Device icon to open up the catalog. You can choose any device you like out of all the 4,000 electronic devices in here, but I'm going to go ahead and choose the new Google Pixel phone. Typically, the first shot of an image gallery in a product detail page is actually a shot of the front of the phone, so you can say I'm already done. But it's highly recommended that the phone or any device you pick take up as much space visually as possible so that it's interesting and engaging to the viewer. So let's make this device bigger. There are 2 ways to do it. You can either drag the blue lines to make it as big as you want, or you can type in a bigger height, let's say 85%, to have the device really go wow. Now, Studio snapping lines will help me center the device, and now my first frame is done. All I'm going to do is rename it into front, and I'm going to rename all of my frames because I want to be able to decipher them without having to see them when I download my file. Now for my second frame, I want a shot of the back of the phone so that I can showcase its camera and design. And there are also 2 ways to do this. You can either use this handle right here, or for more precision, I like to type in a number, let's say 180 degrees. And now my second shot is already done. I'm going to go ahead and opt for a 45-degree angle of the phone on one side. Let's go for 45 degrees, just like that. And I'm going to give it a little Studio pizzazz, just a little something extra to set my gallery apart from others. And now for a 4th shot, I'd like to showcase the phone from the front and the back in the same image. So what I want to do is click on the phone, set everything to 0 so that I have it in the exact same position that my first frame is in, and then duplicate the device and turn it around 180 degrees. Now let's use the snapping lines to help me center it, just like that. And maybe I'd like to swap them around a little bit. So what I'm going to do is actually rename this front, because yes, you can also rename the devices, not just the frames, to make communication easier for you and your team whilst working in Studio. And now I can swap them around just like that. But I think the other order was better. So all that's left to do now is rename my very last shot into both as both sides of the phone, save, and download my gallery. All in minutes. After creating your very first gallery in Studio, it is a matter of minutes to create dozens and dozens of others. So let's say, for example, you want to create this exact same image gallery, but for another color of the same phone. All you have to do is simply revisit every frame, select the device, and choose it in another color. Nothing else changes, and Studio keeps all the presets the same, the position of the devices, the dimensions of your frames, so everything is the same, and you just make sure that you choose the color you need for your product detail pages. Everything else is taken care of. And in seconds, I have my second exact same gallery completely cohesive with my first one. All I have to do is save and download. In case you don't want to lose the work that you already did, let's say for this gallery, you can just copy your project and you'll be immediately taken to an exact replica of your previous project with a word copy in the title. So let's say I would like to do this for a Motorola phone. So I'm going to add a little Moto right there in the title. And yep, I can swap out this device for another one just by clicking on it and choosing a Motorola phone from the catalog. Let's go with this one. Remember, all you have to do is visit every frame and just repeat this process, which takes literal seconds, just to have as many cohesive galleries as you need for your product detail pages, and all in a matter of minutes. So the question really now is, how many galleries can you create in 5 minutes? Let's see. Now, before you start making bets on how many image galleries you can create with Studio in 5 minutes, if you're someone who shares the responsibility of getting those images up and running on your web shop, you can always share your projects to make communication easier with your team just by clicking the share button right here, making sure that the toggle is on so that your project can actually be shared, and copying a simple link which you can paste in any channel of communication you and your team might be using. Now, that's all for today. If you have any questions, don't forget to reach out to us. We're always happy to hear from you. And until next time, stay creative.